Hey guys, Finn here again with another video for you. I actually had a great question off of yesterday's video on the chest blaster workout, and the question was, how do I ensure that I really feel my chest or my pecs fire and actually get a good workout while I'm doing my push-ups? The gentleman who asked me says he usually ends up feeling his shoulders and his triceps more than anything else. Well, I briefly mentioned it yesterday in the video, but the best way to ensure that you're really firing your chest and not your shoulders or triceps when you're doing push-ups is part of its hand placement. All right, so if you're thinking hand placement, let's see if you guys can get a good view here. If you just bring your hands up normally, it's going to be about chest height, right about at the bottom part of your chest is about where your hands will be. Now, if you're pushing a box, a wall, or anything, if I go turn around here and I go to push against the wall, where do my hands end up? Right about where my chest is. Now, you see where my elbows are as well. That's about the position where you want your hands to be when you do your push-ups. So that's going to help for one. If you bring yourself in really close, that's going to make you hit your triceps and shoulders. If your hands go too high, it's actually a very common mistake. Now everything is going to be right up here. Bad stuff. It can be uncomfortable for your shoulders, you can get pain through your neck, other things. So you never want your hands to be too high. They have to be at least below your shoulders, particularly if you're doing those wide push-ups like I went over with yesterday. So hand placement, like I said, is the first part. The second part, which is one of the most important, is the intention behind what you're doing. You have to actually put your mind into your muscles. All right, I can't just okay, ready, I'm setting on my push-ups, I'm just going. That kind of stuff doesn't work. All right, you got to really put your mind into your body and put your mind into your workouts. So the more intention you put into the muscle you want to fire, the more it's going to fire. All right, now there's a couple little tips and things that you can use to make that better. All right, one of the things, as I mentioned yesterday, was you're not trying to push yourself up, you're trying to push the floor down and away from you. That helps with the intention to make sure you're firing the pecs and not using, again, the arms so much. So you're trying to push the floor away from you instead of push yourself up, right? As I said, think like you're Chuck Norris, right? That old Chuck Norris joke where he does push downs, right? It's the exact same thing, right? You're pushing the world down away from you, right? You're that powerful. Just think about it. You have so much power in your body. You're pushing the entire world down underneath you, right? And that's going to really help engage the pecs. Now, the second thing you can do, which is an extra kind of little kind of finisher on the whole thing, is as you're pushing the floor away from you, try to pull your hands together. Now, of course, they're not actually going to come together, but you want a similar feeling, right? So as I'm pushing the floor away from me, I'm kind of pulling my hands in a little bit, and that's going to help engage my pecs even more, right? Because your pecs also help with every time you fold your shoulders in, they're the ones that fire and flex to help with that motion. So as you're doing your push-ups, if you add a little bit of that inward pressure, it's going to help engage those pecs and make them fire just a little bit more and get them really working hard during your push-ups. All right. So those are the main tips and tricks that you want to use as you're doing your push-up. Again, big thing is make sure your hands are in the right position, right? That's more just a safety thing so you're not hurting yourself. And then, of course, you're getting the most out of the push-up as you're doing it. And, of course, this applies for whether you're on your toes, your knees, you're doing incline push-ups, decline push-ups, any kind of push-up that is paramount, that you have to make sure you have proper form and technique over anything else. All right, so proper form and hand placement is number one. Number two is pushing the floor away from you, right? You're not doing a push up, you're doing a push down. All right, and the third and last one was that inward pressure as you're doing your push up. Now, the more constant you keep that pressure, the more that you're going to get out of that push up and the more you're going to feel it in your pecs. If you can keep it on the way down as well as on the way up, you're going to feel a tremendous firing throughout the pecs, and one hell of a burn, I must say, when I've done it myself. It really gets them firing, and it really increases the potential for that push-up to really build your chest up and make yourself stronger. Right. So that pretty much concludes this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and keep doing your push-ups. They will make you stronger. They are an incredible exercise that it's basic. Right? It's very basic, but it is still a very big and crucial exercise for all of us to do. Right? I love push-ups myself. I work on them every day. Whatever type you're doing, it doesn't matter. All the same rules apply, and just keep working at them, right? Whether you're working on just regular push-ups or working on one-arm push-ups, either way, keep going, keep exercising, keep looking awesome, and I will see you guys in the next video.